Hey guys, this is Daddy-O with Big Dog and Daddy-O, and I haven't done a video in a little while, so I thought I would do one on RV maintenance. Of course, there's a lot of these on the YouTube channels, but each one is a little unique, and I think each one brings something to the table. That being said, I have a 2013 30-foot Cougar towable, and with a single slide. It's 12 foot in length, and it extends out about 3 feet. The other day I was on the roof and I noticed that my wiper seals were starting to show signs of wear, and rather than just kind of let it go, I figured this would be a good time to replace it. So I ordered the material on Amazon. I searched under Slidout trim, RV Slidout trim. So, you might want to look there if you decide you want to do this yourself. Now, obviously, trailers are made by different manufacturers, so make sure you get the right material. If you have a question, maybe call your RV dealer where you bought your trailer and get some numbers or some sort of description, okay? You will get it cheaper on Amazon, trust me. Anyway, that being said, let's have some fun and tackle this project. Talk to you in a minute. Okay guys, I'm back on the interior of the trailer, and to get to the side wiper, I'm gonna pull the slide out in just a little bit. There is a screw for those of you that are gonna try to do this. Obviously, most of the work is done on the outside. On the two side strips of your slide out, and this is probably true of most rigs, regardless of what type of exterior wiper you have, you're going to find that there is at least one screw on the interior. Generally, for the Cougars, ours are going to be up on top. So let me pull mine in a little bit. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get up here and show you, but I'm going to do my best, okay? So hang on while I turn this thing around. Okay. Anyway, I've got a little step ladder here, and I'm going to see if I can get up in here and get the camera up where you can see. Right there. See that screw right there by my thumb. Okay, that has to come out. And you can either take it out first or last. I'm going to do it first. When I did the other side, I didn't even realize there was a screw in there. So, but I'm going to take that out first, and then the rest of the work will be done on the outside, okay? So let me get my screwdriver and we'll get that out. Okay, well, we got that out. One of the little tools that you might want to get, let's see if I can find this thing. Ah, here it is. Okay. This is the type of screwdriver I picked up. I think I get this at Harbor Freight. But one of the things I like about it, so let me show you here, is it has a magnetic reach. Pretty nice. I don't know, it's probably at least a couple of feet when it's fully extended. And if you're like me, you're going to drop the screws. As you can see, that one got away from me and fell down. Fortunately, it fell in a spot where I could get it if I had a magnet. So if you're going to tackle these kind of projects, you might want to have this little guy in your arsenal. Again, I think I picked it up. I buy a lot of tools at Harbor Freight. They're generally pretty good, and they're in my in my price range, my budget, you know, as a retiree. Anyway, just thought I'd throw that in there in case that happens to you, and I'm sure it will. Okay, I'll be right back. We're gonna go up on the roof now. Okay, so here we are up on the roof, and I slid the side out again to, you know, fully extend it. And if you notice the rubber right here, see how it's, you know, and when you slide the trailer in, obviously this flapper goes back, and then you have a seal over here, right here. Sorry about the bamboo, but that then becomes your seal as you slide it in. Keeps everything sound and protected when you're traveling. Okay, I think I've got this set. Let me see. Let me back up. Yeah, there we are, right there. Okay, so these are pretty simple. Just get your little. I don't know what these are called. These little, really cool though. And you're just going to go along, and I'm just going to set that up there. And you've got one here, and you've got one at the other corner. Okay, so let me get up on the roof here, and we'll go over here, and we'll get this one off. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Okay, now these are called a snap-on. So what you're going to do is you get a hold of this and pull it down, and out. There it goes. As you can see. All right, and you just pull it all the way down. And off it comes. All right. Okay, now you don't want to throw that piece away, obviously. I'm kind of old school. I don't mind measuring something and having a template, eh? And that way you can just kind of line it up and make your cuts. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this strip back down to the garage, and I'll lay it out against the new one. Now you'll notice here, hang on a second. Okay, you'll notice here that this isn't really in bad shape, but do you see how it's kind of got that discoloration, and it's kind of wavy. See how it's flat in some areas and okay, so this is what you got to be careful for, because if you can see that edge, yeah, if you kind of neglect this, before you know it, it will start to split. And once this stuff starts to go, it goes pretty fast. If you're not staying on top of it, then what can happen is you can see here, even here I've got a little bit of water. See that water right there? Yeah. And it's back behind the guard here. And see it right there? So now here's not too bad. It did get a little damp last night here in Southern Cal, but no rain. Anyway, so I'm gonna get this all cleaned up, get it all wiped off, and get underneath here all cleaned up, and then I'll come back up and show you how easy it is really to reinstall the new piece. So I'll talk to you in a bit. Okay, as you can see, here are the two strips, this one being the 12-foot, and then here's the side one. And you'll notice here, let me get this up where we can see it a little bit better. Okay. Okay, if you notice, this has a lip. Okay, so this is pretty easy to do, guys. There's actually one screw at the bottom, and that you access from the outside. And then, oops, got hung up. Then there's one screw at the top there. That's the interior. That's the one where you have to take it out from inside, okay? So basically that's it. This is designed, let's see if I can get an in shot of this for you. This is called a snap-on. And if you look down there, let me show you the new one. New one's a little cleaner. I don't know, can you see in there? It's kind of dark. Anyway, there is metal. So this is kind of stiff. It's pliable, but you can feel right about in here, there's like metal that comes up, and you can kind of see that perforated. That's where when they machine this, when it comes through, it crimps that in there, okay? So be careful when you're working on these ends. I don't know if you can see that or not, but there's wire. See that little wire right there? See it? Okay, those can get you. They're pretty sharp. So just be careful. That's about the only place that you might injure yourself, okay? Other than that, it's just get a hold of it. I use a pair of, on the top, I just use a pair of pliers to kind of get a hold of it and pull it down. Once you pull it down, and I'll show you the track when we get back up on top. Okay, well, obviously we have this piece cut right now, and so like most things, it's always easier to start at the top and work your way down. At least in this case. I suppose you could start at the bottom and go up, but something just tells me that probably better to get this up where it belongs and then worry about the extra. Hopefully you have extra, and then just trim it off. Okay, now the way I cut this stuff was I used a hacksaw to get through the metal, and then I scored the rubber just with the blade, so it kind of gave me a line. And I just took a speed knife, you know, like a box cutter, eh? And trimmed it up. Doesn't have to be perfect, as you can see, but you want to make sure, obviously, you have enough. So when I laid out the old piece as a template, I just added about 1/4 of an inch, maybe a 1/2 inch, okay? And I guess that kind of goes with the measure twice and cut once, huh? This stuff is not expensive, but it's not cheap. Again, I got it on Amazon, and I got it at a much better price than when I bought it through the, you know, the dealerships. Of course, they mark stuff up. They have to. And I also got it a lot quicker. Amazon is pretty good. You know, I shop on Amazon for everything, so it was only a couple of days from. I think it shipped out of Minnesota, went to Phoenix or Nevada, and then Nevada here to Orange County. Okay, so I'm going to put this, put the camera down, and I'm going to get it started, and then I'll show you. I'll come back outside. Okay, talk to you in a bit. This will be the end of part 1. Stay tuned for part 2, video 2.